exciting way to start the show with art that appears right before your eyes. Take a look at this. This is a time lapse of a work of art in chalk, and it's upstairs right now on the 9 News balcony. And it was so much fun to have artists from the Denver Chalk Art Festival here to create this yesterday. And with us is event director Renee Ortiz and Michael Rieger, the artistic director. Michael, Renee, it's so great to have you guys here today. Thank you so much for coming.
So excited.
Yes, of course. Okay, so I just have to say, Michael, we've seen your work before, and the stuff that you do is so impressive. So we're so happy to have you back. And Renee, we just cannot wait to celebrate the Chalk Art Fest with you this year. Michael, I want to start with you. Can you share more about the festival and how it all started 22 years ago?
Well, we started 22 years ago on Larimer Square, and there was about 42 artists right down the center of Larimer.
Wow.
Half of them were my friends that I had just dragged down. None of us had never done chalk before, but it was a new thing, and we gave it a whirl.
Wow, and you gave it a whirl in such a way that 22 years later, it's still happening. So you obviously did something right, which is so great. Now, Renee, I want to talk to you. Give us a snapshot of what it's like today, 22 years later, and how many artists are going to be there this year? What's the vibe? What can people expect?
Wonderful. So we will have a grand total of 226 artists.
Wow.
And that combines our professional Modernari artists that are our featured artists.
Okay.
That includes our Youth Challenge participants, which are high school age teams that compete in their own category. We also, the vibe of the event, it's very family friendly, very accessible.
Yeah.
We want people to come in and experience art
Yes.
in their own way. And it's a lot of fun. Live music and food and drinks and all of the things that you would expect.
Exactly. There's so much you can do. I love this so much. And having this many artists too, we can really get a showcase of what people's talent really is, which is so impressive. Now, Michael, share more about these artists and what people can see at the festival. I can imagine, like you said, I mean, starting in chalk or doing something in chalk has got to be different from maybe what they're used to. Tell us more about these artists.
Many of these artists, their medium is something different than
Sure.
chalk,
Yeah.
but they're there. One of the artists put it best. He said it's summer camp for artists.
I like that.
And they're there to have fun. There's something really great synergy about 200 plus artists making art together.
Wow, yeah.
And to watch the creations come together and really come alive is what the festival is really all about.
Right, no, absolutely. And even looking at some of these graphics, my goodness, this is so impressive. It's like you have live people right there in the sidewalk. You have no idea what you get to see when you're going out there, which is so great. Now, oh gosh, look at this. Tiger jumping out of the sidewalk? Are you kidding me? Okay, that's insane. So, Michael, what do you like best about the experience of the Chalk Art Festival?
The camaraderie.
Yeah.
I mean, all the artists coming together and helping out each other. We get a little rain, the experienced artists help the new artists.
Sure.
It's really that coming together, that synergy. And then the general public just coming down. It's such an interactive event.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I want to pull up this time lapse again from what we did yesterday because, again, so impressive. Can you describe to us what's going on here? Because I think sometimes people just think you get out there and you just start, but it looks like you map it out. There's a lot that goes on here, right?
Yes, so we went ahead and mapped out our drawing first on
Okay.
the ground, just
Yeah.
in using white chalk lines. And then we'll come in and fill it in areas and start blending together. The three of us have done this, have done a lot of different pieces together, so we work well as a team in blending them together. And a lot of the chalk drawings down at the festival are done by more than one artist. They're done by one or two artists together.
Great.
So it's quite the variety.
Yeah, and like you said, the camaraderie that you love so much, which is so great. Tell me about chalk as a medium. I can't imagine it's an easy one to work with, but what do you think?
Well, everyone's using soft pastel.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not your kid's chalk that you're using on the driveway.
Sure.
So it's a real pigment-based chalk.
Okay.
And for the chalk drawing, it's all about layering and putting colors together, and because it's really, how things come together, and because you're doing everything down here, but you're
Right.
viewing everything from up here.
Yeah, that's a good
So,
point.
and as artists learn and do the medium more, they kind of get the tricks of the trade. So.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense. Well, and you brought up a few minutes ago rain and how you guys will help each other out. Renee, what happens if it rains? Because you guys are rain or shine, right?
We are rain or shine.
Yeah.
And more years than not, we have a little rain.
Sure. Colorado for you.
And exactly. So the beautiful thing about Colorado is you wait a little while and the rain passes through.
Yeah.
Because it is the pigment-based pastel chalk, it actually stays on the ground.
Oh, wow.
Unless it's an absolute gully washer.
Sure.
But for the most part, as soon as the rain leaves and the ground dries back up, the art is still there. The artists just go refresh over the top of what they've already done. And like Michael was saying, the artists help each other out. We'll see a lot of artists step in and help the younger participants, and really that adds to the whole camaraderie of the event.
Definitely. I really like that it sticks around for a little bit too, which makes it that much cooler too for people to check out. Renee, how can people learn more if they want to experience this, get outside? How can they find out more about you guys?
Perfect. So our website is DenverChalk.art, and we're also on Facebook and on Instagram, so you can check out our social media. Come down and visit us. A lot of people like coming both days, Saturday to see the work as it is starting out, and then coming back on Sunday to see more of the finished art.
Yeah.
So the best way to participate is to come down. We're in the Golden Triangle at 12th and Bannock, and come down and see it for yourself.
Amazing. Well, guys, thank you both so much for being here. Thank you for the amazing works that you always do, Michael, too.
Always lots of fun.
Can't wait to see what you got this year for us. We're very, very excited. All right, guys, well, it's Colorado's most colorful event, the Denver Chalk Art Festival, happening this weekend, June 1st and 2nd in the Golden Triangle. For more information and a schedule of the events, you can go to DenverChalk.art and check out their Instagram too, guys. You're gonna wanna see it because those pictures are amazing.